Alfonsa online classroom. Today we are going to learn the geography lesson Our Changing Earth. In the last sections we learned about what is inside our earth, what are the different types of rocks found on the earth's surface and how are they formed. We know that our planet Earth is a dynamic planet and it constantly undergoes various changes inside and outside. Our Earth crust is made up of small, irregular shaped plates known as lithospheric plates. These plates are moving very slowly, just a few millimeters each year. Because of this constant moving, there are changes happen on the surface of the Earth. We know that now we have 7 continents and 5 oceans on the surface of the Earth. But earlier, we have only 1 continent and 1 oceans named Pangaea and Panthalassa. This all happened because of the constant movement of the lithospheric plates. Let's see what are the important changes happen on the Earth's surface, inside and outside. Our changing Earth. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the changes happening on the Earth's surface and what are the forces behind these changes, inside and outside. The Earth's crust consists of several large and some small, rigid, irregularly shaped plates which carry continents and ocean floor. These are called lithospheric plates. These plates move around very slowly, just a few millimeters each year. This is because of the movement of the molten magma inside the Earth. The molten magma moves in a circular manner. The movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the Earth. The Earth movements are divided on the basis of the forces which causes them. The forces which act in the interior of the Earth are called as entrogenic forces, and the forces that work on the surface of the Earth are called as exogenic forces. First, we will discuss entrogenic forces. Entrogenic forces sometimes produce sudden movements and other times produce slow movements. Sudden movements like earthquakes and volcanoes cause mass destruction over the surface of the Earth. Volcano. A volcano is a vent or opening in the Earth's crust through which molten materials erupt suddenly, that we learned in the last lesson. Similarly, when the lithospheric plates move, the surface of the Earth vibrates. The vibrations can travel all around the Earth. These vibrations are called earthquake. The places in the crust where the movement starts is called the focus. The place on the surface above the focus is called the epicenter. Greatest damage is usually closest to the epicenter, and the strength of the earthquake decreases away from the center. Vibrations travel outwards from the epicenter as waves. Although earthquakes cannot be predicted, the impact can certainly be minimized if you are prepared before that. Some common earthquake prediction methods adopted locally by people include studying animal behavior, like fish in the ponds get agitated and snakes come to the surface. Measurement of earthquake. An earthquake is measured with a machine called a seismograph. The magnitude of the earthquake is measured on Richter scale. An earthquake of 2.0 or less can be felt only a little. An earthquake over 5.0 can cause damage from things falling. A 6.0 or higher magnitude is considered very strong and 7.0 is classified as a major earthquake. There are three types of earthquake waves. Number 1, P waves or longitudinal waves. Number 2, S waves or transverse waves. 3, L waves or surface waves. Try to find out the properties of these waves. Earthquake preparedness. Different types of zones have been made on the basis of more possibilities of earthquake. To protect ourselves from earthquake, we have to follow certain instructions. 1. Safe spot. Under a kitchen counter, table or desk. Against an inside corner or wall. During earthquake, we have to stay away from fireplaces, areas around chimneys, windows that shatter including mirrors and picture frame. So, still now we have studied about entheogenic forces of the earth. In the next session, we will study about exogenic forces. Let's recall what we learned. The lithosphere is broken into a number of plates known as lithospheric plates. These plates move around very slowly, just a few millimeters each year. This is because of the molten magma inside the earth. The movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the earth. Earth movements. The earth movements are divided on the basis of the forces which cause them. The forces which act in the interior of the earth are called as entheogenic forces, and the forces that work on the surface of the earth are called exogenic forces. Entheogenic forces sometimes produce sudden movements and at the other time produce slow movements. Sudden movements, examples, earthquake, volcano, landslides. Building mountains are example of slow movements. Exogenic forces, example, erosion and deposition. The natural agents for erosion and deposition are rivers, wind, sea waves and glaciers. That we will learn in the next session about exogenic forces. Volcano. A volcano is a vent or opening in the earth's crust through which molten material erupts suddenly. Earthquake. When the lithospheric plates move, the surface of the earth vibrates. These vibrations can travel all around the earth. These vibrations are called earthquakes. The places in the crust where the movement starts is called the focus. The place on the surface above the focus is called the epicenter. The greatest damage is usually closest to the epicenter. There are three types of earthquake waves. P waves or longitudinal waves. Number 2, S waves or transverse waves. Number 3, L waves or surface waves. An earthquake is measured with a machine called seismograph. The magnitude of the earthquake is measured on the Richter scale. Although earthquakes cannot be predicted, the impact can certainly be minimized if we are prepared beforehand. Now, take a notebook and write it down. Answer the following questions. Or if you want to send the notebook through WhatsApp, I will check the notebook. Okay. First question. Why do the plates move? Answer. First point. The lithosphere is broken into a number of plates known as lithospheric plates. These plates move around very slowly because of the movement of the molten magma inside the earth. Second question, what are endogenic forces and exogenic forces? The earth movements are divided on the basis of the forces which cause them. The forces which act in the interior of the earth are called as endogenic forces. Third point, the forces that work on the surface of the earth are called as exogenic forces. Define volcano. Answer. A volcano is a vent or opening in the earth's crust through which molten material erupts suddenly. Fourth question, a short answer question. Write a short note on the earthquakes. First point, when the lithospheric plates move, the surface of the earth vibrates. These vibrations are called earthquakes. Second point, the place in the crust where the movement starts is called the focus. Third point, the place on the surface above the focus is called the epicenter. Fourth point, greatest damage is usually closest to the epicenter and the strength of the earthquake decreases away from the center. Fifth point, an earthquake is measured with a machine called seismograph. Last point, the magnitude of the earthquake is measured on the Richter scale. Worksheet. You want to draw a diagram showing volcano, that is in your textbook, page number 13, figure 3.2. I hope all of you understood the lesson. The remaining part of this lesson about exogenic forces we will learn in the next session. All of you read the textbook well, complete the exercise in the previous lessons, study the notes. Thank you, children.